Good morning, Greater West Bloomfield. Good to have you with us here on the Splash Live. And what a thrill it is to be here with you. My name is Dave Scott. Normally behind the scenes, I'm the general manager of Civic Center TV and Lakes FM, but really glad to be here with you today on the Splash Live. If you've not joined us before, the Splash is West Bloomfield's very own local television program. We're here for a half an hour every day, Monday through Friday, to talk about everything Greater West Bloomfield. We cover West Bloomfield, Keagle Harbor, Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, and the other surrounding communities like Farmington Hills and Walled Lake. If you want a half an hour of what's going on right in our community, this is the place to be, 9:30 Monday through Friday. And it's good to be here and have a rare opportunity to host the program. Make sure you stay tuned, too, throughout the morning, because later on this morning, Tyler Keefe will be in here with an hour of all Oakland County and then another hour of all Michigan. It's called the MegaCast, and Tyler and I have done that show together over the past several years, started during the whole COVID-19 crisis, and it lives on today. 150 minutes of local news and information every Monday through Friday right here on your local television channel, Civic Center TV, and live and simulcast on the radio right here in 89.3 Lakes FM. So we've got a great show lined up for you today. We'll get to our guests in a couple of minutes. First of all, just a couple of news tidbits going on in our area. And even before that, I just want to mention it's going to be a beautiful day. 85 degrees and sunny today in West Bloomfield. Be sure to enjoy it, because tomorrow we're expecting a little bit of rain, but it is going to be a perfect summer day. But one of the things you're not going to want to do is head to Ferndale Beach in Sylvan Lake. Oakland County Health Department has closed the beach. It's not unusual for our beaches in the area and around the entire state of Michigan to experience some E. coli closings during the summer. And that is exactly what's going on at the incredible beach in Sylvan Lake. So give it a day or two. We're keeping in touch with the county, and we will get more information for you as a beach reopens. It's one of a number of beaches right here in our area that is closed for E. coli, all in the interest of safety. So avoid Ferndale Beach, at least for today. Want to congratulate Taylor Hale, another one of your neighbors here in West Bloomfield, who did something really amazing, was on national television last night. He is a personal stylist and was on Big Brother. Taylor, was on Big Brother. Obviously, I don't know Taylor, but that's why we have Taylor's picture right here for us. So Taylor Hale, maybe you saw her last night on Big Brother, aired on CBS, and congratulations to our own Taylor Hale. We'll have to chase her down when she's here in the area and find out what it's like to be on a national television show. Congratulations to Taylor. By the way, that show, we've had other people in our area featured on the show. Orchard Lake St. Mary's teacher Dan Gesling won season 10 and was runner-up on season 14. So congratulations to those people. And there's a picture of Orchard Lake St. Mary's teacher Dan Gesling. So coming up on the show today, we're going to talk about our amazing park system. And one of the things that is really a gem here in West Bloomfield is our parks. The West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation runs a great park system and a great trail system as well. We're going to talk to Abby Burgess coming up in a little bit. She's a marketing associate with West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation. We're going to learn more about their Green Dream campaign and I asked her if we could talk a little bit about e-bikes. I don't know about you, but I love this e-bike phenomena. It makes it easier for us to get around, and our e-bikes allowed on our trail network in West Bloomfield and around the state of Michigan. We'll talk to her about that and also some other alternative energy issues when we get with her in just a minute. But I'm really thrilled that our next guest was able to join us, and I know how busy Kendra is, and that's why it's so nice to have her joining us today. Kendra Montante, and she is a public relations and marketing coordinator for West Bloomfield Schools. Kendra, we invited you here at the last possible second, and I know how busy you are. So thank you very much for joining us on The Splash. Good to see you.
To see you as well. Thank you so much for having me.
So what an exciting time. So yeah, I'm a West Bloomfield Schools graduate, and grew up in the area. My mother was on the school board, Agnes Scott, amazing lady, and spent a lot of time around our schools. I attended Olms, Orchard Lake Middle School. I attended the current high school. In fact, when we were building the current high school, Mom would bring the drawings home and the board was going through all of the planning and everything. So I actually got to kind of see that go up. And actually, some of my fondest memories of my high school days were as the drum major of the West Bloomfield High School Marching Band. And our pep band would play in the gym for the high school basketball games at Abbott Middle School. And back then, that was our gym. We played our football games in Kego, and we played our basketball games there. So this evolution, where we are today with the brand new West Bloomfield Middle School getting ready to open, it's got to be a very exciting time for you and everybody in the district.
It is. If you have not seen it, it's a gorgeous building. The staff and our construction company has spent, our architects, everyone has spent a lot of time, putting the final touches on the building. And the staff have been, if you've seen some of the staff on Twitter, they've been posting pictures of moving. So our staff are starting to get settled in the new building, and even though they're still putting the finishing touches on it, and so there's definitely some excitement around being in the new space and learning to find all the nooks and crannies everywhere and all the fun places that they get to call home. So yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward. I've not been there. I know there have been some media opportunities. Some of our crew has been out there. I've not had the opportunity to visit the school yet, but I'm really looking forward to it. And it just looks so impressive from the road. And, we've not built a really big school building like that in our community for a long time. So it couldn't be more exciting. And what does that do for us from a facility standpoint? Why do we do that? And what is that going to do to help?
So I think it helps several things, right? Our goal is to provide, the best education that we can for students with facilities that match that. So I think that's a big piece of it is being up to date with what's out there, right?
Well, I mean, needless to say, based on my little monologue at the beginning of the show, if I was attending Abbott Middle School and it's still in service, look how old I am, for goodness sakes, it certainly was a good time for an update.
Yes, definitely. And just some of the learning spaces that they have created in the new building. They have areas where students can, classrooms specifically that have garage doors that open up into a family room, we've called it. And these little houses that have, groups of classrooms where students can meet together and work together. So it's reimagining learning a bit to the 21st century, right? So we don't have spaces like that in our existing buildings. So it's very exciting. That piece of it is very exciting. I'm sure you've heard of the auditoria, right? It's a cafeteria and auditorium in one. So we roll tables in when it's time, for lunch, and roll chairs in when it's time for a performance, it's a great space.
And Kendra,
spaces, sorry.
No, forgive me. And all of this happens right in the midst of a brand new administration coming in. It's got to be incredibly busy for you guys to make this happen when we have a new superintendent and a new administration here in West Bloomfield.
Yeah, our new superintendent, Dr. Bazzi, just started with us July 1st. We're very excited to have her on board. We also recently hired Johanna Marakna. She's our new assistant superintendent for school administration and innovation. And she's also our interim for talent development and management right now. So definitely we have some new administrators, but we're looking forward to working with them and really creating a strong administrative team.
So, Kendra, talk real briefly about all of the different tools that people in our community have to find out what's going on in West Bloomfield and with West Bloomfield schools. I know you work in a lot of publications.
Sure. So obviously, as we're sitting here, right, this is one great place for people to learn about the schools themselves, right? MegaCast and the Splash, and you guys do a wonderful job sharing our information and news. We also have the Laker that's put out quarterly, and that can be found in your CNG newspaper. We also do send home through email, a district newsletter. Usually that goes out every week. We're kind of on hiatus for the summer. We'll be sending out a few throughout the summer, but not as frequent. And then we also do something similar for our staff internally. And then we obviously have Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all the social media outlets as well that we utilize. And then obviously, several people have received the lovely phone calls from me for canceling school and whatnot. So several methods of communication.
All right. Well, you work so hard. I know it's a handful to get all those messages out. And, as we add all this social media, people forget that this all takes a lot of work to put all of this out. So I know how hard you work, and it's greatly appreciated. So a couple of things. Let's talk about a couple of exciting things coming up, and then I know you got to get on with your busy day. I couldn't be more thrilled because I will personally be there. Family Fun Night and the return of our high school football season is right around the corner. You want to tell people a little bit about what is going to be coming up?
Yeah, so kind of one of the kickoff games to our football season is Family Fun Night. It is slotted for September 16th, so mark your calendars. We're very excited. We're in the planning stages of that. So we're hoping to bring back some of the things that we couldn't do last year due to COVID. We're hoping to bring back, some of the bouncy houses and some face painting, some of those pieces. We will have, as our traditional, right? We always do a t-shirt every year for our students and our staff and families. We will continue with the armed forces, right? We always have military presence at the event, which is great. So students are able to, usually get on some sort of vehicle and touch a truck, if you will, right? So that will be a big part of it. And then we have several vendors that will have tables there and probably giveaways as well. So yeah, it's going to be a great night. We will be also, introducing the new superintendent at the game and doing some of that as well. So I look forward to it.
Well, it should be a lot of fun and an exciting thing, and I can announce it here. We've got a couple of little details to put together, but we will continue our tradition on Civic Center TV and Lakes FM of broadcasting all the home and away high school football games. We have one of the best football programs in the state. They've recently won the state championship. We are sending as many of our amazing student athletes to our top universities in Michigan and around the country as anybody. And we certainly have a team that can go back and win the state championship should all the stars align. Now, it's always been difficult because of the rules at the Michigan High School Athletic Association to put these games on TV. But I can tell you, that has changed. So we are going to be able to broadcast all of the games, or at least most of them, on television this year as well, live on Civic Center TV and on Lakes FM. So we're thrilled about that. And it's going to be an exciting football season, just one of the many different things that go on in our schools. It's amazing.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to that. That just adds another component for our families that can attend, right? So that's a huge, exciting piece for us as well. So, yeah.
Well, Kendra, thank you for being with us. With all the challenges we've had with COVID-19 and the way we've had to modify everything that we've done, and you folks in the school district, I salute you for the amazing work that you've done to maintain education through this most challenging period, and look forward to easier days ahead, the ribbon cutting at West Bloomfield Middle School, and an exciting scholastic year ahead. And thank you for all your hard work.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And thank you so much for having me. I appreciate being on.
Very good. Thanks, Kendra. Appreciate it. We are going to Take care. Thank you. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in a minute. Abby Burgess joins us. She is from the West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation Department. We have an award. We got a great football team, but we have an award-winning Parks and Recreation Department in West Bloomfield. A lot of things going on. We're going to learn about the Green Dream campaign, and I'm a little curious about e-bikes on our trails. That and more coming up. It's the Splash, West Bloomfield's very own local television program, a half an hour every day. And we'll be back in just a moment with more right here on Lakes FM and Civic Center TV.
We'll be right back with the Splash Live.
In the face of COVID-19, staying healthy is important. And now the same is true as we face the flu. Influenza has the potential to infect millions, putting lives and the healthcare system at risk. Fortunately, it's easy to protect yourself. The flu vaccine is safe and effective, and with COVID-19 still spreading, it's essential. To see how you can hit this virus head-on, visit michigan.gov/flu. Can I ask you a question? Why do you want to get the COVID-19 vaccine?
I don't like getting sick. The virus will die. It will be easy to not catch it. Keep my family safe and keep playing soccer. Because I love being vaccinated.
What's your hope for everyone?
I hope everybody gets the vaccine to keep safe and strong. Be like happy, having fun everywhere. Everyone stay safe and hope you get the vaccine.
And now, back to the Splash Live.
Welcome back. I'm Dave Scott, General Manager of Civic Center TV and Lakes FM, and normally behind the scenes, but thank you very much for letting me be with you today. It's awful good to have an opportunity to get on the radio and even reluctantly be here on television, but it's awful good to be with you. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget, you are watching the Splash Live. We are here each and every Monday through Friday from 9:30 until 10 o'clock with exclusive live local information and programming every day, Monday through Friday, live. It's a big thing for a community television station to be doing this and to have a community like West Bloomfield and Greater West Bloomfield that enjoys it so much. And it's just part of our 150 minutes of live TV every day. Tyler Keefe will be here after 10 o'clock this morning with the Oakland County Megacast and then the Michigan Megacast as we broaden a little bit our reach on topics. So you're watching the show this morning and you're thinking, hey, I have some information that I would like to share with the community. How do I be a guest on the Splash or any of the other programs? We made it easier than ever. All you need to do is go to our website, and we've even made that easier because we have a QR code. We're going to put it on the screen right now. Just get your phone right now, and guys, leave that up there for a minute. Go scan that QR code, and what that's going to do is that's going to take you to a web page with this app called Calendly, and you can select some times of when you would like to be a guest on the show. Now, it doesn't guarantee your appearance. We want to find out what you want to talk about, but it's the easiest, best, high-tech, quick, efficient way for you to let us know you're interested in being a guest on one of our programs. You have something to tell the community. We would love to have you join us. Scan the QR code, go on your phone or on your computer to that website and let us know all about you and about your subject matter, and we will get you, hopefully, maybe even tomorrow. It works pretty quickly. You will be a guest right here in the Splash or the Megacast on Civic Center TV and Lakes FM. So as a longtime resident of West Bloomfield, somebody who grew up here, went to schools here, the evolution that I've seen in our community over my lifetime of how we've gone from a small rural township to this amazing municipality with outstanding resources is quite amazing. Our community obviously has grown from a population and an economic standpoint. And as I think about all that, one of the organizations that's done, and probably one of the most amazing jobs of helping this community and offering incredible services, is West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation. And I have the benefit of going to the statewide parks meetings and organizations. And I always see West Bloomfield there winning statewide awards for this, that, and the other thing. We got great trails, we got great parks, we got great programs, we have amazing facilities, and it all happens because of the great staff and efforts put in at West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation. Joining us this morning, Marketing Associate Abby Burgess from the West Bloomfield Park. So that's a lot to live up to, Abby. I hope you can. I hope you can.
So too.
No, you guys do a great job, and we really appreciate our partnership that we have with you, and great enthusiasm, and so it's good to have you with us today. Welcome to the Splash.
Thank you so much for having me.
So there's something new. Let's get right to it. It's called the Green Dream Campaign. What the heck is that all about?
Yeah, so our Green Dream campaign is a monthly campaign that is a little bit new to WB Parks. And the Green Dream is basically just tips and tricks and ways that you can live sustainably that we share on our social media channels. And it's just ways that you can implement these bit by bit to become more green every single day. And along with that, we also have what we like to call our Living the Green Dream, which is ways that we are implementing those sustainable practices here at WB Parks.
So, when you get out in the parks and you travel around our beautiful community, you just want to be green. You can't help yourself. You go for a walk, you cross-country ski, you bike on the trails, you get out and enjoy the nature that your trail system and other facilities have given us access to. And you just want to start thinking green. But I imagine this program goes well beyond that. It sounds like you've got strategies to help us at home in our daily lives as well.
Yes, so each month is focused on a different topic, just so we have a broad array of areas of your life that you can implement these practices. In the past, we've done topics such as recycling and getting familiar with West Bloomfield's recycling rules. And we've also done native planting, which tied into our native plant sale in May.
Well, it's really important that everyone participates. It's good that you remind us, and it's good that you give us the ability to access these programs, because it takes a little bit of extra thought and some strategy to be able to think green. So not to put you on the spot, but what's coming up? Are there some of the upcoming sessions, episodes, programs that you want to tease us with just a little bit?
Of course. So July's topic for our Green Dream campaign is alternative energy, and just giving a little bit more information for those who might not be aware of necessarily what alternative energy or renewable energy is, or those that are looking for ways that they can implement alternative energy into their daily lives. And so for July, our first tip was released yesterday. And you can keep an eye out for another one coming soon, as well as our July Living the Green Dream, which is ways that we implement alternative energy and renewable energy sources at our parks locations.
Okay, so where do we go to see these tips?
So these are all available on our Facebook page, and they are released every week throughout the month of July.
Okay, so go to Facebook, go in there and find West Bloomfield Parks. Friend it, because you're going to get a lot of other information back, and you're going to see a lot of other stuff, and then you're going to get all this green energy information, right?
Yep.
Okay. One of the things that I think about when I think about green energy, at least in my life, I'm just fascinated with the e-bikes that are out there right now. And I've got 3 or 4 of them. I love riding bicycles. I have my conventional bicycle, but there are some routes that are either going to be very long or very hilly. And I really like the assistance of the e-bikes, and especially in West Bloomfield, where we've got an aging community. The e-bike phenomena gives a lot of people the ability to get out on the trail and enjoy them where they might otherwise not be able to access them. Are you seeing much of this activity on our trails and in our parks in West Bloomfield?
We are, and we're so excited that this gives an opportunity for everybody to enjoy our trail system. Class 1 e-bikes are allowed on the West Bloomfield trails. However, Class 2 and Class 3 e-bikes are not allowed because they're technically motorized. But we love seeing that everybody is able to enjoy the trails with the assistance of e-bikes, which it might not have been possible without. So we're very excited that Class 1 e-bikes are allowed, as long as they adhere to our 10-mile per hour speed limit. And of course, all bikes, e-bikes and traditional bikes are not allowed on the West Bloomfield Nature Preserve, but we're so excited to see all of the traffic on our other trail systems.
Yeah, I think the guys in the studio have a picture of one of the Class 1 e-bikes. And you're right. I mean, you get up to one of the bigger e-bikes, and they become really big and really, they're like motorcycles, for goodness sakes. We don't want those on the trails. My Class 3 e-bike goes like 27 miles an hour. That's just not compatible with people walking down right through the trail. But the Class 1 e-bikes are awesome. They're small, they're very easy to lift, and they're great for people that maybe couldn't get out and enjoy, the community quite as much if they didn't have it. So I think it's a great thing we're doing, and that making our trails available to those in West Bloomfield. And as someone who loves the trails around the state, I see that happening elsewhere around the state. That's actually my bike right there. That is a Jupiter Class 1 e-bike. That one happens to fold up too. But you can get on that thing, and it doesn't go much faster than 10 miles an hour. It's really safe, and I think it's just another great thing to let people know about, that they can get out and for those that can't pedal all day, you can get out on one of those and have some fun. And it's electric, and I think it's pretty environmentally friendly. It kind of fits in with the whole theme.
Of course, and we're just incredibly happy that the trails are becoming even more and more accessible.
All right. So, Abby, I want to thank you very much for being with us today. I really appreciate it. Anything else you want to add before we say so long?
Oh, just get out and check out a WB Parks. It's National Parks and Recreation Month, and we'd love it if you would celebrate it with West Bloomfield Parks.
What the heck? I didn't know. National Parks and Recreation Month. I'm going to go shoot off some more fireworks. Thanks, Abby. Really good to be with you. Say hello to everybody at Parks and Rec. We appreciate you being with us.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.
All right. So, well, there you go. That's kind of a look at what's going on in West Bloomfield. A glimpse at the schools today. A little look at what's going on in West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation. Some informational reminders of things going on in our community. And we're here. I just want to remind you, we're here each and every day with the same kind of programming, and hope that you have an opportunity to join us. A variety of hosts in here, but the program is here each and every day, and we want you to join us. Again, if you want to be a guest, we'll continue to put up on our websites and other information the QR code so you can have an opportunity to come on and join us on one of our shows, and we would encourage that. So make it a great day in West Bloomfield. We hope you enjoy yourself. Enjoy the beautiful 85-degree weather, and thank you very much for being with us here on The Splash, produced by Civic Center TV and the Greater West Bloomfield Cable Communications Commission. I'm Dave Scott. Thanks for watching.